Salutations. Welcome to another installment of your favorite podcast, the Dell Ryan Report. I am Ryan Humor, and
hey man, it's the ever so clever, the man with many endeavors, your favorite podcast host, Mr. About Dell Time. Peace King.
Peace King, how you doing, B?
Hey man, I'm good, man. Muy bien.
You know Muy bien? That's what's up, man. That's cool. I see you changed your name on the bottom. You had your real name on there. You had secret baby mamas looking for you and all that.
Facts, bro. They was trying to get that child support, bro. I had to duck and dodge. You know what I'm saying? Duck and dodge, baby.
You like 48 and had 1,000 kids when you was in your
I've
teen.
never been 48. If I'm 48, how old are you?
31.
You never would be 31.
Never be 31.
Ever again. You will never be 31 again. You got to live that. You got to leave that in the past. Leave that in the past. Wow. You at least 51. You look good. Black don't crack. Well, you 51 like a motherfucker.
It's unbelievable. Before we get into celebrating Black excellence, we're talking about Black don't crack. I got a quick question for you, Doc. I saw some of the news the other day, and it was this teacher that was letting her students smash on. This teacher was down bad, and she's down bad in two ways. Like she needed like to get it in, basically. Like she needed some vapes. She needed some vape pens. And these students was like, yo, if you want these vape pens, if you want to let us, all study for the test at the same time, if you know what I mean, like let us come in there as 9 of us, let us study your test. And she was like, all right, how many vapes? And there's like, yo, we'll give you 9 vapes. If you let 9 of us go in there and just vape, live. So my question for you is this, Dell. I mean, if you was a struggling teacher in these times, you struggling hard, back in our day, they didn't have vapes. So if you was a struggling teacher in like the 2000s and like nine girls wanted to run it on you, what would they have to pay you with?
Bro, I'm not gonna say anything on that. Like, first off, if I'm struggling bad, bro, I'm gonna have to get a second job. I'm not. One, it's even worse when you a male and you happen to be running amok into actual teenage young ladies in the schoolhouse. You're gonna be getting stoned, boo. They're gonna really stone you.
All right, well, say I'm okay.
There's no say nothing. No,
okay,
there's no
right.
Say.
No, you're right. But let's say you were a college.
They have me on Catch a Predator.
So you're a college professor and you down bad.
Okay.
You down bad. Like you teach.
College preppers get paid pretty good though, depending on what college you're at.
But you got a gambling problem, bro. There's rich people with bad money.
Right,
like
Jordan
had a broke doctors.
George
you
had
down bad. You ain't got no bills to pay. And the co-ed's like, so Dr. Montague, we heard you doing bad. We saw you got your bins towed the other day. Is anything we could do to come in there and study those dreadlocks?
Okay. Let me see.
They have to pay you,
and they 20-something up.
Yes, Dell.
All right. We got to make that clear, bro. I don't want nobody like, yo, he said he out here banging students. Like, how stuff, how media cancel you real quick. They only hear part of the conversation. Like, he said students. All I heard was students. I'm thinking 8-year-olds. Like, but if they 20 and up and I'm down bad, they gotta give me money. Fuck that. Hey, man, what Drake say? This dick ain't free. You know what I'm saying?
They gotta pay you money.
They got to pay me money, bro, because they rich.
Good answer. It's a good answer.
Yeah. Or I don't need no vape pen, bro. Like a vape pen, why? First off, my whole thing is like, because these are I'm sure these are probably high school students, because there's no way in hell this was happening at college.
I think they was 8th graders.
Oh, they was 8th graders? So first off, I was going to say, how the hell are freaking any kids? You should be able to get your own vape pen. Vape pens ain't even that much. They're not even that expensive. I think you can damn near go get a pack of vape pens for like $20, bro. They're not that expensive.
She was down bad, B. She is down bad.
But I blame this. I blame the school district.
Of course you do. Whenever a female teacher get caught smashing on kids, it's society's fault and the school district. It's everybody's fault except for her.
Yeah, it is.
You get caught doing that.
It's terrible.
They cut your head off.
And you give props. And you give props to the dude who did it. Like you nigga be like in 13 years old. Like you was banging Mrs. Harker. You was banging Mrs. Harker. You raw. Dad be dapping him
outside. Yeah.
Outside. You a real one. He did. And he banged Miss Harper. He a G. But
anyway, enough of this. Enough of this. This went too far. Yo. I got some Black excellence.
Okay, I love Black excellence.
To report during Black History Month. Towards the
end,
you know what I mean? Like towards the end. And you better be claiming black because they're talking about giving out this reparations.
You know it. That's why I'm making sure I document that right now so they know. My grandma from Alabama.
Your man's Biden, he just recently appointed the first ever African-American female judge of the Supreme Court.
Yee, okay.
Yeah, Judge Jackson.
Okay. Judge Jackson. She got a real black name too. Yeah. Jackson.
You know what I mean? So it's 9 Supreme Court justices. And now there's 2 of them that's black. It's Clarence Thomas and Judge Jackson. So at this point, we're overly represented in the Supreme Court because that's
overly represented. That's
a little bit over 20%. Yeah, right? It's like 25%, give or take, I believe. In the US, we're like, I don't know, 14% of the population. So that's cool. So, I mean, I just want to tip my hat to Biden because honestly, a lot of people, including myself, was like, yo, whatever's happened in America for the most part, it don't really matter who the president is because you got to handle things on your own. But this appointment, this is something that will go down in history forever. Because, when you make it to the Supreme Court, you're in a situation where you're a black woman and you mess around and get like 10 years because you use a different address because you wanted your kid to go to a better school. You got to go all the way through the Supreme Court and you appeal it. And it's like nobody there represents you. And it's like, damn, this is a losing battle. You may go all the way up there and lose, but you'd be like, all right, well, at least I had a fair odds. It's like, you be like, yo, can I speak to a manager? They bring out the manager that don't look nothing like you. And you'd be like, okay, I see how this is going to go, but I got a chance, because I speak well, let's see what happens. They'd be like, no, Ryan, okay, he's had a chance. You go in there, you'd be like, yo, this manager looks like me, cool, maybe I got some odds. They'd be like, no, you're like, all right, I guess I'm just wrong. But you feel better in a situation where you got the proper representation. So shout out to her. Shout out to Biden. Because Biden wasn't doing too well this Black History Month, but he put together this plan where he was involved in a plan where they're going to give out free crack pipes. There's more to that. Y'all can look it up. But that's real? These free smoking, not crack pipes, but smoking.
He was trying to give out vape pens because teachers doing bad?
It was called smoking kits. Smoking kits.
Hey, but look, I wonder, is this a distraction, right? Because I wonder, is the super woke, super, not just the regular woke, but the super woke, my ones who eat woke Pop-Tarts. I wonder if they gonna feel some kind of way like, see, this is a distraction. He's trying to take you away from Ukraine. He's trying to take you away from the madness that's going around Ukraine by appointing this black sister. Because, people gonna get like that, bro. They're gonna be like, not too many people gonna be happy. Like, he shouldn't be out here appointing people. He should be trying to take care of what's happening in Ukraine. Trump wouldn't do that.
You're right. Trump would not appoint a black woman to the Supreme Court. You're absolutely right. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't. You're right. He wouldn't have no parts. He wouldn't have no parts. In fact, you know what Trump would do? Trump would probably,
unless it was Kanye.
He would probably appoint like the ghost of like some black woman and then be like, this is an honorary appointment.
Harriet Tubman. I did it.
Right. I'll point at Harriet Tubman's ghost. Like, bro.
I brought Harriet Tubman. I made y'all realize who Harriet Tubman was. I brought it to y'all attention. Y'all don't even know.
A lot of people been hearing about Frederick Douglass because I've been talking about it. Like, he was really but I think that, no, you know what? If the super woke feel that way, that's cool. But I think that if this was a distraction, shout out to Biden for doing this type of distraction, because this is like a lifetime. This appointment is like lifetime. It's a lifetime appointment. You know what I mean? One of my good friends, he works at a place and he hates his job. He doesn't hate it. He hates it like 65% of the time. And I was like, why don't you look for something else? He was like, because I'm in good. They can never fire me. And I was like, damn, okay, you're right. So this is one of those situations where Biden was like, I'm gonna show them, I'm gonna distract them, put a black woman in a position for life that's gonna affect the legal system for like the next like 50 to 100 years. I'll show them. Thanks.
And she young. And she look good. Go ahead, Miss Jackson.
And she's 51.
She's 51. You know what I'm saying? You got a chance.
You got a chance. It's not like she appointed somebody. It's not like you found somebody that's like 95. Like, oh, you go ahead, do your thing.
No, I'm talking about you. You out here on the block. You got a chance. You might need to go ahead and see what's popping. Go ahead and see if she on Tinder.
I'm gonna pause this real quick. Are you paused on your end?
No, I can't.
There's a delay, bro. Is your screen moving?
Nothing moving. You're moving. There, damn, he just went out. It must have been something on him because
we're woke. Got it. And then hit record as well. All right, make me a host again so I can record it.
All right.
All right, and then
Wait, you got to remember. Oh, there it is. Never mind, I got it.
nigga, you the host. Nigga, you started the meeting.
I know.
All right, hold on. You give a nigga a little bit of host power, and suddenly they gonna run the whole shit. God damn, unbelievable.
You know what it is? You want to get in or no? To get in. Am I my brother's keeper?
Am I my brother's keeper? Tears and shit, blew that nigga's brains out. All right, look, where we at? So you want to start at
Biden? I was saying Biden, you got a chance. I was saying you might got a chance because you might have to hit her up on Tinder because she's 51. We were talking about how young she was.
Saying? Damn, yeah. I was just okay. Start where you was at then.
All right. Yeah, man, she only 51, bro. So you might got a chance. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Miss Jackson.
Who got a chance with her?
You do.
I'm not dating a 51-year-old woman.
Bro, you 51. You might as well see if she on Tinder, see what's popping. See if her, you know what I'm saying? See what's good. She look good.
You're wild.
She's exactly your type. Educated, big butt, all that. I don't know that. Let me not disrespect the Supreme Court like that.
This is why I probably can't have nice things. People like you start wilding out. But let me ask you this though. You did mention that this could be a distraction, and the super woke might feel like this is a distraction.
Right.
A distraction from the Ukraine situation, obviously. I mean, like, based on you even having that idea of this could be a distraction, like, what do you think the response should be? Like, how's about that time feeling about this? What I mean by that is you got two schools of thought. One school of thought is like, yo, that ain't my problem. And the other school of thought is like, save Ukraine, like, stand up with Ukraine, like, we got to do something about it. I mean, you hearing both ends of this? Or where you at?
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard, right? Because look, man, we just damn near getting out of this Afghanistan war, bro. Like damn near, we just now getting some troops home. We damn near just getting somebody sent to some people. You know what I'm saying? And we can't always be Captain Save America. You know what I mean? And I don't want to say Ukraine problem isn't our problem, but I don't know if Ukraine problem is our problem, bro. Like, I'm trying to be real. Like, I don't know if that's our issue, bro. And I think, like, we got a lot of shit going on over here. And I think this is why I'm not saying that Putin made this move because of the fact of us. I think he just really wanted to take over that land over there. But I think, like, knowing that America is pretty much in turmoil as a country already, just with everything that we're going through, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know if Biden ready for this shit, bro. To be real with you, I don't even know if Biden ready. He not built for war, bro.
He's not built for war?
He not built for war, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just not built. Like, maybe like when he was like back when he was like, assistant, but like, now you like the commander in chief, bro. I don't know if you really built for this shit, bro. Like,
he was built for war when he was an assistant, but he not built now?
Well, what I mean by that is, hold on, hear me out. I'm not saying he was even built. I'm just saying you had the right person in line. You know what I'm saying? You had the right person like as the front face of shit. The one who had to talk, the one who had to take the most of the heat. You know what I'm saying? You could sit in the background. Like, it's like if you the star of the show, right? And I know, you know what I'm saying, every time that something happens to the show, somebody gonna say, man, Ryan, man, the show, man, is fucking up. Me, I can sit back. Oh, nigga, Ryan gonna take that heat. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? He got to go explain why the show sound sucked. You know what I'm saying? Me, nigga, I can sit back. Niggas won't even ask me questions. Like, Ryan fucking up. I could just be like, man, no, he trying though, bro. Like, you supposed to say that because you was co-host. But that's how I felt like Biden was in. Biden was in a situation until where it was like, he didn't really have to say much, bro. He just had to support Obama. Like, yeah, man, Obama doing cool. Y'all need to love him. Like, he the man, right? But now I don't know if you built for war, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some of your best comebacks, you damn near didn't even beat Trump. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if you got enough ammo to fuck with Putin. Putin a little bit more smarter than Trump, though. You know what I'm saying? He over here really running countries. He's
really running countries.
He's really running countries, like really running that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trump wasn't even built. Trump was a celebrity president, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
you don't respect Trump's presidency?
I don't respect his presidency like that. I don't respect his presidency. I think, you know what I'm saying? He was appointed because he was somebody who said things so outrageously that it made you were either it was I'm rolling with this side because he's that fucking he's able to say that shit outrageous like oh we're gonna build a fucking a wall in Mexico and have Mexico build that shit. You know how many people probably be like hell yeah we should do that shit. It's motherfuckers who was like hell yeah we should do that shit because it sounds so wild that if he could do that shit then fuck he the man. But that's you know what I'm saying. Like it's like going and trying to win a fucking school election. If you like, nigga, I'm about to make it so everybody get pizza for lunch every day. Really? You might vote for that nigga because he's saying some shit that you want to do. I'm not saying that's what I wanted, but I'm just saying some people really wanted that shit. Biden ain't really built for that, boy. And I don't think and I think this is my other thought. Since I've been growing up, the two motherfucking places that they have literally told us, make sure you don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Do not fuck with China and do not fuck with Russia. I don't think we should be fucking with these guys. I don't know if we should be fucking with these dudes, especially right now where we at. Nigga, I don't know if I'm ready to be like on some Red Dawn shit. You ever seen that movie Red Dawn when they just came?
Where the Japanese come to America? And
the Koreans. It was the Koreans. They came to America. They came to America, bro, and just took over. How you gonna feel, bro? You at work one day, and all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Some Russian armies just come in and just nah, bro. You ain't recruiting nobody today. Like what?
I'm a scientist, bro.
I know. I'm a scientist. A scientist with Gus Roy.
Here's the thing, like. Where I'm at with it is, I agree, man. I see why people are like not the happiest about it. Like they kind of feel like we should go do something about it. But in my mind, I'm also kind of hear the same people that be like, yo, we don't want to be involved in no wars. Like bring everybody home. Like those are the same people that was like, yo, why are we in Iraq? Why are we in Afghanistan? Why are we mind our business? And now it's like, why don't we go over there and help them? And it's like, is y'all just saying stuff to be saying stuff? Because that don't really make sense to me. Like, how can it be both? I also find it like, I also think it's interesting how is it that whenever it's easy for us to just go and just jump in like a brown country's business. Like, oh, we're going to go over there and build democracy. We're going to teach the Afghans how to have democracy. We're going to teach them what's popping. But then when this is happening, it's like, nah, like, like y'all good? Like now it's like y'all good over there? Because we're not gonna go over there.
Yeah.
And I get it. I don't think nobody should be at war ever. We don't need no wars ever. At the same time, I just think it's an interesting observation. But like, yeah, we're not gonna go over there. And I get it because we couldn't stop the Taliban in 20 years. In 20 years, we couldn't stop Taliban. And don't get me wrong, I don't know what type of technology the Taliban got, but based on what I saw on CNN and Fox, all they do is just climb across monkey bars. That's all I ever seen them do. So I don't know what type of technology they got. However, all we talk about is how scary Russia is. So if we couldn't stop the Taliban in over 20 years, I don't really feel like people should be like, yeah, we should go fix it. We can't. I hate to break it to y'all. Ain't nothing we could do. There's nothing that we could do. It's kind of like when Red goes to go get his bike and then Red get out of the car and it's kind of like both of ours. And then Zeus, Debo knocks him out.
Right.
Debo. And his dad gets out the shit and he's like, do you want some? He says, no. I don't know why you people. That's America.
Right.
Well, you want some too, old man? Biden said, no. I don't know why you come down here messing with these people.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I'm not gonna say get down and lay down. But
you're gonna say it though. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm not gonna say get down and lay down because
say Benny Siegel.
Some people that may seem insensitive, but at this point, y'all gonna have to get down and lay down. Like
that's sad though. I feel sad because I got and another thing is I got Ukrainian friends, bro, who, you know what I'm saying, who I know are affected by this. You know, they got family over there, they got people, and I know it's hard, bro. And I don't never want to say, I just don't know if you got to think too about your own livelihood, bro. Like at one point too, it's like, yeah, I mean, if we can go spend, if we got if we know we can go over there and win, sure, let's go over there and help you. But we can't be taking risks right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just can't just be, we might can't, like, you know what I'm saying? We might can, like, nah, bro. We, you know what I'm saying? We need to chill, make sure we together. You know what I'm saying? Like my biggest saying is, bro, you can't be trying to build a house, bro, and keep giving your bricks away. You know what I'm saying? Then eventually they over there with a whole house and you sitting over here with stubble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can't do that, bro. And that's how it's gonna end up. It's like, y'all, we just now getting outside. Y'all just now getting outside, bro. For real life though. Y'all just now getting outside. Like I'm being dead ass. Like we damn near just really went through World War III with fucking COVID. You know what I'm saying? Right. As much as we have been permitted to do certain things, right? So now we're at a point where it's like, no, we need to go over there to save them, bro. Like America can't save everybody, bro.
Nah.
And then look, and then check this out. And then let's say we go over there and save them, right? Do y'all really think America about to go? I'm not even trying to be real. Y'all think America about to go over there and just be saving lives for no reason? They taking something. You know what I'm saying? They want something too. So then it's like, are we really saving them, or are we really just trying to go over there to go do some shit to better ourselves too? You know what I mean? Because you know what I'm saying? We've never went over nowhere and just went over there and just rescued shit for no reason. We never did that shit. You know, the reason why we've been over there for 20 years fighting in fucking Afghanistan, Iraq, all these other places is because of oil. You know what I'm saying? So whatever Ukraine over there, we need half of that though, bro. We just saved y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or to at least occupy it. Like even if it's not that we want something there, it's at least to occupy it. So you occupy it, and then we just chill, and then we just eventually take it. Just like Puerto Rico and Hawaii. Exactly. We're gonna be Puerto Rico was annexed. They both were annexed. We're gonna just post here for a minute, and then while y'all here, we just post, and we just in case
they come back.
We just here. So, and you know what? Well, since so many of us is here, we gonna keep this. Yeah. Like we just gonna hold on to it. And it's interesting because like a lot of like where was we at? I think I was with you when we went to that exhibit at museum where they had like a Fijian island. A Fijian.
Oh, you're
island.
Talking about at LACMA.
Yeah. They had like the walkthrough of how the British like took over like the Fijian islands, and it's interesting how like this has always happened,
right? Like
throughout history, but like because it's on television, it looks different because the people involved look different. It's like there's white on white crime. Like we got to do something about it. Like, yeah. But if it was like different colors, I think people would feel a little bit differently. Like you would call somebody like a savage, or say something's being saved, or say someone's helping someone else. But Putin and them, they just like because it's so transparent, people automatically like, because it's so transparent, people feel bad for these people because Putin is like, yo, I want this, so we're about to take this. And I'm gonna make my land bigger. How dare you? But when you twist it, like we gotta go to somebody else's land to help them be better in life. Oh, good for America. Like, no, we've been doing the same thing. We've been doing that. And Dell, that's the illest you just said. We go over there, we gonna want something. Now we just occupying there. We occupying there, just post it, and then we just gonna have land there, and people gonna come over there and visit and hang out. We occupying.
It went from.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Then you occupy for so long, you get people from the Ukraine like, hey, bro, like, can y'all go home? Mm-hmm. Why y'all still here? Like people like the Afghanistan situation. Like, oh, I'm not with the Taliban, but feel me, like America, like y'all still here, cuz? Like y'all still, can y'all go home? Like I don't got no beef with the Taliban. They're not gonna bother me, but can y'all go home? Because your soldiers in there just eating all my pie for free, B. And I don't want them here no more. So it's gonna be something. It's not gonna be Smurf rainbows and kisses from kittens. We gonna go there. We taking something.
Exactly.
What Denzel Washington say that meme? Denzel Washington that meme when he said with Jamie Foxx. He said, "I'll go in there. I'm from Brooklyn. I'll go in. I'm leaving with something."
Oh yeah, I'm leaving with something. Yeah. I'm from around the way. No, dead ass. But you know what I'm saying? And that's so true, because it's like that should have go from Ukraine to Americrane. Now you know what I'm saying? And that's literally how it'll work. Now we call it an American. Like, this is American. You know, it's McDonald's. You know, shit, we got that over there, Dell. You know what I'm saying? Like they done have fresh meat, fresh shit. Like if you ever been to Europe, Europe dope, bro. Like you going to Europe, shit tight, bro. Like when I went last time, you feel me? Like they was over there cutting up meat. You know what I'm saying? It's fresh meat.
When you went to Europe last time?
Yeah, when I was in Spain. That's Europe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How many times you been to Spain?
Huh?
How many times you been to Spain?
I've been to Spain, you know. Last time I went though.
Last time you went? Okay. What happened? What time was better? This time or the time before last time?
I was gonna say this time was better.
Oh, have you been more than once?
I've been to multiple cities in Spain.
Oh, but okay. Because the way you're communicating it sounds like you've been to Europe multiple times. But you've been to Europe once, right? Just so we're clear.
I've been to Europe once, yeah, but like,
Oh.
I'm just preparing myself for when I go back because I'm going back soon, going to France.
Oh. So you don't mean, so when you said the last time you went, you mean the one time you went?
Hey, look, that's not important. You're trying to get all into semantics.
For the listeners,
I thought you wasn't about semantics. From my knowledge, that's not your whole lane.
The listeners just want to make sure they know how many times you've been there.
Listeners ain't asking shit. It's you.
I mean, anyway, tell me about the last time you went to Spain.
It was dope, bro. But now they was cutting out free meat, fresh meat. Sorry, free meat. They wasn't giving out nothing for free, but damn near the price was damn near free. But that shit be tastes so good, bro. You don't need to have none of that processed shit, and that's what America gonna do. Then you're gonna have overweight Ukrainians walking around.
So how do you feel about the people that do want us to go over there and fight? Like with regard to,
I understand they look. I know the people that want us to go over there and fight, and it ain't nothing. This is my opinion. Let me be clear. This is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we should go over there. However, I can understand why some people are like, no, we need to do that because they those people when they see a dead dog in the street, they're like, we need to get him up the street and bury him. You know, those people. You know what I'm saying? They those people who see a kid getting whooped from trying to grab some Skittles in the store, like, no, let me buy him some Skittles. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But they don't know that kid been fucking up, cussing teachers out, doing all type of other shit. You know what I mean? Just being bad in school already, giving the middle finger to his mama, kicking his mama in the kneecaps and all type of shit, right? But they just want to save everybody. And that's okay. I understand that. We want to save everybody. Those be the same people who ain't got no gun in their house. Because they think that the robber's gonna come and they're gonna be like, I ain't got no gun, just let me go. And the robber gonna be like, you know what? You a good person, because they think everything that they do is gonna be good. They don't realize like sometimes you gotta reserve being good and reserve trying to go out there and do everything for everybody. And that's okay. It's good people like that. We all want to do stuff. But you can also look to me right now. If Ukraine be seeing shit, we going to think Ukraine be like, we need to go out there and help America.
Nah, B.
They don't be saying that shit. You don't be saying that shit. When we was going through it with Russia, you think they was like, yo, we gonna help America, bro. They was like, hey, yo, that's their issue. Like, you know what I'm saying? As long as Putin don't come over here, it's cool.
That's how I kind of feel like when people be like, I saw some other comments where like the Ukrainian people, it's like the Russian people, they got to fight back and let Putin know that it's not cool to go over and do that to those Ukrainian people. They got to stand up. And I'm like, everybody's a hero when they're watching somebody else's movie, right? So it's like you have like millionaire athletes that wouldn't take a knee with Kaepernick. You think a regular like just Russian dude just chilling, minding his own business, is about to go in the street like, hey, Pooh, you got to stop this shit, bro. Right. Ukrainian, nah, they not. Listen, you talking about the same Russia that allegedly was involved in our election? Well, they had you touched.
Yeah.
And my thing is, you know what? Funny you mentioned people gotta learn how to. There's some people that save a dog in the street, and that's true, right? Because I think it's like there's like a theory to it's a theory that you gotta have a little bit of monster in you to like survive, right?
Yeah.
Because you if you're absolutely harmless, then like there's no virtue in being harmless. You're just harmless. You gotta have some monster. You gotta be able to say no. You know what I mean? And I finally saw Bird Box for the first time yesterday. It's actually a really good movie. I didn't watch it 4 years ago because the hype was too crazy for me. I don't like hype. But I watched it. It's actually pretty good. There's this part where this girl that they shouldn't have let in the house, they let her in the house. And then her simpleton self let this other dude in the house. It's like, hey, why you let him in the house? Like, because he's outside. And I mean, when I was outside, I felt bad about it. And the dude came in there, he's being weird. And John Malkovich was like, nah, we got to end him right now. This is too crazy. He seemed crazy. He wilding out. And then I'm not going to tell you the movie, but of course, that's a dude that shouldn't let in the house. And she just says, I just am so sorry. And of course, like that dude, she ended up being one of the first people that's a victim of that dude. And it's like, you're not harmless. I mean, you're harmless, but you ain't got no monster in you. People that are completely harmless, you ain't got no monster in you. So you almost more dangerous. You dangerous to be around. Do me a favor. Don't do me no favor. So for those of y'all that's like, yo, we should go over there and help. I told somebody on Instagram, I was like, you gonna send your son, father, and brother over there to go help? Well, I'm not down to go, but I know military families and they down. Like, why are you you assign somebody else up for a war that you ain't got nothing to do? That's why, and I think that's whack. I think that's whack. And I really want here's the thing, as like a wannabe historian. And the reason I say wannabe historian is because I know a lot of stuff that we deal with in life has been perpetuated in the past, right? Like a lot of things that we deal with is like time is linear in that sense, where we're just dealing with the same things over and over and over again. Sorry, circular. And it's like I'm watching this shit like, or the news saying this has never happened before, but I'm like, nah, this has happened before. Y'all just hit it. Y'all hit it and then wrote it as like somebody saved somebody, or somebody needed water, or somebody needed rice, so so-and-so went over to give so-and-so rice. Like, nah, y'all people, this been happening. But Putin is so Trump with it. It's like, hey, I want that. I'm going to get that. So ain't no half stepping about it. Cat Williams got a joke where Cat Williams is like, if George Bush wanted the oil, he should have just told us that we was going to go get the oil and we would all support him. But don't be lying to nobody about going to get the oil. And as true as that might be for realists, you can't tell people you're going to go get the oil. You got to say we giving up freedom. So, but Putin just passed the thing several months ago where he can't be voted out. Mm-hmm. So he can say what he wants. Like, we want that. We're going to get that. If anybody mess with us, and it's going to be problems, cuz. If you want any of these problems, come over here. Here's the line. And Biden like, nah, man, I'm just going to appoint Judge Jackson, and everybody say hooray, and the woke people can find something else to do and write articles, because I can't. Don't be me, man. Don't be sending me no woke letters. Yeah,
don't send me that. We need to do that. And I think you said something very important, right? When you said, people want to send other people, families over there, or other people, military backgrounds over there to handle something, right? The thing about it is, though, bro, America ain't even taking care of these motherfuckers who coming back. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of these people who coming back, bro, who struggling, can't get a regular job, got PTSD, you know what I'm saying? And ain't, you know what I'm saying? And got to go to, I mean, some people, I'm not saying that, I know that like the vet hospitals and stuff like that, they decent. I mean, my dad's a vet, and he's struggling, you know what I'm saying? He's struggling, got, health issues, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like, these dudes is mentally, and then when they do something outrageous because they got PTSD, they can do some Rambo shit, and now they done flipped out, you know what I'm saying, and killed a bunch of people. Y'all like, well, he crazy, that war. It's like, why we see it? But this is y'all randomly sending motherfuckers over to save somebody else, but we don't even save our people when they come back here. Y'all not putting in condition them to you know what I'm saying? No, for real, because it's randomly. Okay. It's a random situation at this point. It's like, yo, like shit, vote for that shit. Should we do it or should we not? Like shit, y'all put everything else on a voting thing. Fucking vote. Do y'all want to go or not? Should we do it or not? Fuck it.
Should we do it?
Draw straws.
Nah. I feel like, what's funny about you say that? I feel like
fuckers really do it.
There's a comedian on Netflix, on the Netflix stand-up special that just came out. He's Brian Simpson. He's a black dude, got some dope jokes, some dope race jokes. And he talked about reparations and how people say, we don't got enough money to give out money to everybody. And it's like, based on 2020, obviously y'all do, right? So when it comes to like you talking about the veterans and not being taken care of properly, whatever money, let's do this. Let's go to Ukraine. Okay, cool. How much it's gonna cost? What's the budget? Okay, bet. That's the budget. Okay, psych. Give all that money to the vets.
Right.
If we got money for that, I'm not talking about we got money for wars, but don't got money to feed the poor. I'm not talking about a Tupac verse. I'm talking about all the vets that came back. That's like, bro, I ain't got no place to live. My foot messed up. Give all that money y'all gonna spend on the next, and that's why I think honestly on some gangster shit. Biden can't say that, but that's probably what he's thinking. Like, bro, no, because then they gotta come back.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hope somebody gets it figured out. And for those of y'all, and here's the thing, for those of y'all that's sitting back like, you know what about Del Time and Ryan Humor? I don't agree. That's fine. Let me know. Because I'd love to know, know more in depth why we should go. I also did hear this. I understand that if Putin takes this country, then he can take another country and then take another country and then take another country. So we should stop him. But if he can take this country and then take another country and take another country, shouldn't we just be like regrouping and preparing for that?
Right.
But or is this? Here's my idea. And it's my idea. Listen.
We not Spartan 300.
Baby on this point, I'm from around the way. How we should just start taking land too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like instead of us sending people to Ukraine to go defend Russia from Ukraine, we gotta just find another country to take. I mean, Y'all want to? Can we take Spain? I don't know. Dell been there one time. Maybe he could walk us around and show us how we can take.
Think
Spain.
about that because think about it. Like you could do what time?
I do my math because you said the last time, but you hadn't been before that time. So 1 minus 0 is carry on.
You a scientist, man. Come on, bro. You ain't a mathematician.
So you've been there one time. All right, cool. One time. So yeah, man. You know what I do want to know, bro? I want to know. I can't front. I want to know what all of this looks like on Trump's social network site.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! I heard about this. You know, Putin on there getting real big. He
must be on there talking shit, right? The way that Kanye be on Instagram talking about Pete Davidson, that must be how Putin is on Trump's network talking about Ukraine. It gotta be that way.
You talking about Crane? You talking about Crane? I own Crane.
They said he had got 500,000 users in less than 48 hours. Which makes sense, right? Because like honestly, I mean, be real, like Trump is captivating, man. Like Trump is captivating, Kanye is captivating. Like those type of people that just say anything, you want to hear more what they got to say. Like that. You know what's interesting about that? I think that's why Kamala Harris be getting criticized because they'd be like, she in the cut, she going off on people. Like, no, I just ain't got nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Joe Biden don't be saying he mess up his sentences. Yeah, he speaks like he's 79 years old, but y'all just ain't got nothing else to talk about. But Trump will be out here like, hey, you know what? You know what I think? Really? Honestly, like, I don't think that babies should wear diapers. Babies should shit all over the place because that's the rule I want to make. Trump
American way.
Then people talk about this shit for 3 weeks, but everybody else, Biden ain't giving out those type of sound bites.
Nah, Biden too reserved, and that's what I mean. And that's why he could never start his own social media.
Hell nah.
Niggas wouldn't tune in. They'd be like, "Duh, I can't fuck with the Biden social media. That shit don't be popping." You know what I'm saying? It's too reserved. You got to watch out what you say. You got to be cool. On Trump shit, you just running amok. That shit like Reddit. You in there just saying whatever you want to say.
Do you think that this is like? Do you think this is safe?
I mean, look, I'm gonna say this. I don't think they should have ever took him off of public shit. Like they should never took him off because. Listen to me. If the man is willing to talk about all his personal business all online, fuck it, let him talk. Look, y'all caught 6ix9ine like that. Y'all caught Bobby Smurder like that. Y'all caught all these rappers like that. Y'all done caught all these motherfuckers being able to catch on what they say on social media and be like, oh, got him. Why not do the same thing with Trump? Y'all want him to have secret shit to be able to say in line. He passing kites and shit. Oh yeah, here, you know what I'm saying? Like, you saying this because he in jail and shit.
He's in the pen.
Passing kites to Putin. Like, yeah, they coming this way. Like, no, that's when niggas start selling. He in federal, he federal, so but.
Oh my God.
But like for real though, like you gotta be curious on that. Like at least these fools gonna go off and talk their shit on their social media. They think like these young niggas out here. You know what I mean? They think like them. Like, I'll say what I want to say. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm me. You know what I mean? And catch him. Got him. You know what I mean? Now you got all this stuff. Now you can bring it to court. Like, no, he said this on his social media site, ... But if he's saying shit, and he could just cover that shit up and be like, no, that wasn't me. My other advisor wrote that shit. That wasn't me, you know what I'm saying? No, just say @Trump.com. Just say @Trump, you know what I'm saying? Been about that shit, username, you know what I'm saying? And Big Pete Putin, you know what I'm saying? Y'all having this conversation talking about how y'all gonna do this. Right. Now y'all got him. But if y'all continuously like want to, you know what I'm saying, basically mute him or muzzle him in a certain way, then, you know what I mean? You're going to end up getting more work. Like that's when motherfuckers start selling secrets. Start doing shit that y'all don't know, like, well, fucking now they got me muzzled, so now, because now they doing shit in vain, like they doing shit to because they feel like they being attacked. Because whenever somebody like a Trump or Kanye, they start feeling attacked, they start doing reckless shit that they feel like they get back for whatever they not getting.
Yep. Because I think the whole part is like you're right when you say you got to keep people like that open. Jay-Z made a good point about that when they took Don Sterling's team away. Mm-hmm. Man, like they shouldn't have did that because he didn't say they should have did, but he's like the only problem with that is like if you let him keep his team, you get players get to choose whether or not they want to go there. And fans get to choose whether or not they want to support the team. And they eventually owners got to pick and choose whether or not to deal with him because he said this out front. But you get rid of him and put somebody else there. Oh, he's still saying, dude is still saying that shit. Dude still has power. He's still somewhere else. Right. So when it comes to Trump, it's like, you have him out here saying all this stuff. And it's like, just let him talk. Like, let him just be out here. Like, that's what they mean by, what people mean when they say, keep your enemies closer. Like, you want to know what somebody's doing. But now they got their own thing in the cut. I mean, I think it's cool for it's cool for them. I mean, 500,000 people, that's a lot of people, man, that's just on there just living their life. But I mean, I feel like if you a fan of his and that's your man's, have a good time, man. When Barack had left office, when Trump had went directly in office, if Barack was like, I'm about to open Barack book, you're like, yeah, I'm signing for Barack book for the first 48 hours. Now they'd be like, this is boring. So people only gonna be on there for so long. A
couple of pictures of Michelle, his kids, like just Michelle reading books and shit. Like,
I want to see that.
Hanging out with Oprah. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like Trump, the thing is when you're under a lot of pressure, it can be challenging to be that way. Yeah. Dealing with Trump is like the dunk contest, right? So like when Trump is on Twitter, and there's, I don't know, 100 million people on Twitter, and he tweeting and he's just wilding out like, oh, this is cool compared to these other tweets. Those are like dunks in the All-Star game because you don't expect it. There's a bunch of people playing basketball and there's no pressure, right? Right. But Trump on this network is like, oh, you sound like, oh, can't wait to see what Trump gonna say. And you waiting for something wild every 5 minutes, but he's not doing that every 5 minutes. And you only there for him. That's what a dunk contest is. Everybody in the arena is there for that one dunk. They all waiting on you to do this dunk. So Trump got to perform now versus before we're just like willy-nilly, like, Hillary, so-and-so looks like a dog. I'm taller than Barack. Ha like he's wilding out. But now to be under pressure, he do the same stuff like, hey, Hillary, Trump, you already said that one. Give us something new. I'm taller than Barack. No, you're not. I am. I'm 6'2", he's 6'1". We already said that. Trump, give us something hot. And that's how it is. So we don't see. I mean, I can't front. I kind of want to sign up just to see what's popping.
You want to sign up because you represent him. That's your man's. That's your man's.
And you know why I want to sign up, Loki? I want to sign up for the exclusivity because it's a waiting list to get in that bitch.
Oh, what if you get in? He like, I know this guy, Rolex.
If I get in, then it's lit. If I get in, we gonna have a new sponsor.
Right, Fox News. But look, speaking of people who actually are on their like second term of doing something or on they second breath, as we may say, within their careers, I actually got a question for you. I don't know if you heard T.I., the king of the South, Tip Harris, you know what I'm saying? He's actually started to do stand-up. I wanted to bring this to your attention because I feel like you as a stand-up comedian, you might find this kind of interesting, but some interesting news, right? So he was recently, Joffrey, a comedian GOAT, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who's definitely done been in this for years, had recently had a show. He was a headliner. And after he got done headlining, the promoters allowed T.I. to then come on after Godfrey. And so Godfrey went on to social media or went on and made a statement and said, hey, I don't even know if I believe he said something like, hey, I don't think they should let him I don't think they should have allowed him to come on after me as a headliner, And then T.I. came on social media and was like, hey, man, expeditiously, you a hater. You know what I'm saying? And, all of that other shit, calling him a hater. You should have watched his show, blah, blah, blah. It's the difference between me being a comedian and you, because I'm a superstar and you're a comedian. It took me this long to get here and da-da-da-da-da. You need to work harder type shit, telling him all of that, right? My question to you is how do you feel about that? Like you being in the comedian spectrum, being in a comedian circle, being a comedian yourself, actually, I mean, let's just keep it a buck. You're a comedian yourself. Is that proper etiquette?
Usually you don't do that. Usually there's I saw the video you're talking about. I saw
Okay.
I saw the article and kind of the situation. But usually you don't do that. Usually if there's like a special guest or whatever, you put the special guest on, and then you have the feature, and then you have the headliner, or you have the feature, and the special guest. But usually nobody goes on like after the headliner. That's usually not how that goes. And it sounds like from what I gathered within that situation, it sounds like the promoter was not. I don't want to say the promoter messed up, but the promoter was like clout chasing. But it sounds like the promoter was like, "Hey, Wall Ti here. Y'all want to see some Ti?" Like, yeah, we want to see Ti. So you have him go up. Well, my understanding from it was that Godfrey was talking about it on a podcast, and then it got back to Ti, and then Ti felt like he was hating on him, and then Ti was like, "Hey, if you listen to my stand up, you would know that I say I'm not a comedian, I'm a superstar," which is like something that I feel like he's had to say a lot of times, because when you go from one lane into another lane, especially like within comedy, there can be, I guess, people can feel away on both ends. So there's comedians that are like, "Y'all work this hard to get this spot, to be on this particular show, and they paid me this much money. And meanwhile, you're in here doing 15 minutes while I just did 30 minutes. And I know that the compensation isn't the same. Like the crowd's not getting the same thing." Versus a new person that comes in, if you're serious about it and you're from another lane, it's like, man, what's this dude doing? Like Jeremy Piven from Entourage, Ari Gold, he's a comedian. He's been doing stand-up, I believe, since he was blackballed from Hollywood. I haven't seen any of his stand-up, but I saw he did like a sit down with Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx was like giving him a lot of love and credit because they've worked together in the past. But I've been places where people went on stage that probably weren't supposed to go up that night. Like I've been there. I've been like in that situation before. And I've also been places where people have been, I guess, chased out of trying something because they weren't tenured enough. So I guess that could be a misunderstanding on both ends. But I also just think that I think that if T.I. was more, what's the word, in tune with how that works, and he would understand what Godfrey was saying. So I don't know how long T.I.'s been doing stand-up. I do know that he was out here in Tommy T's the other day with Jerry Law 2 Raw and Mr. Fab. But I do know Godfrey's been doing comedy since we saw him on Comedy View like 20 years ago.
Right.
I know when Jeremy Piven sat down with Jeremy Foxx and was like, "Yo, I've been in these clubs, I've been in these bars, I've been doing bar shows trying to get it in." So if you spend enough time on the ground floor, then you know the etiquette of how that's supposed to go. So when Godfrey's like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to go after the headliner," if you don't know the game, then he sounds like a hater. You could tell by that if you watch the video. In the comments, we're like, "Well, if he's funny, T.I. should be able to go up whenever he wants." It's not how that works. Right. That's just not how it goes. If you got it, you got it. This is true because it's big money. However, there's like an etiquette to it, which is weird. It all comes full circle. Weird, oddly, because Lonzo Ball, when Lonzo Ball first came in the league and people knew he rapped and stuff and all that, whenever something's popping like that, TMZ had asked anyone about what's going on, right? TMZ happened to see T.I. come out of a club and was like, "Hey, you heard about Lonzo Ball? He's a rapper. Think you ever work with him?" T.I. was like, "Well, if Lonzo puts in the work and does what he needs to do and hits the ground floor and he's talented, I can see myself down the road eventually doing something with him like that." Essentially saying after he pays his dues, I'd work with him. Right. Essentially the same thing. But the way a comedy stage works, people don't view it like that. People don't view comedy stages the way that people view tracks. Like as a rapper, it's like, "Hey, I want to be on a track tomorrow with Lil Baby." People are like, "You ain't worked as hard as Lil Baby." They're like, "Yo, I want to go on stage and tell jokes tomorrow with Kevin Hart." You should do that because you're funny at work. Nah, it's not the same.
Funny at work. You be having Rhonda cracking up.
It's not the same, but that's kind of I think that's kind of that's the uphill battle and the challenging and fun part about comedy. It's just like cooking. Yeah. It's just like cooking. Everyone thinks they can because they've made someone laugh. Everyone has cooked something in their life. Not everybody's rap. Not everybody's played basketball. Not everybody's played football. Not everyone has written a poem. Mm-hmm. Not everyone has done a lot of things. But when it comes to making people laugh, everyone once in their life has made someone laugh, and everyone once in their life has cooked something. Everyone once in their life has driven a car. Most people. So everyone thinks they can drive. Everyone thinks they can cook. Everyone thinks they're funny. That's the uphill battle in it. And that's why quickly, if you tell somebody "Yo, I think this way about this person's jokes," you're a hater. Not a hater, bro. It's just like food. I can't tell you why I don't like sour cream. It's just not for me. No, you a hater on sour cream. I'm not. I'm not. I also heard a little part about how T.I. was like, well, if you watch my set, you would have heard me say this. And Godfrey's response, like, I don't watch people's like, no, not Godfrey. I think Pierre said that. Pierre was like, Godfrey probably didn't watch a set because he doesn't watch people's sets. Most comedians don't watch other people's sets because you sit there, you be chilling, and you start listening to what other people are doing, and you mess around and change your whole set. I've done that before. I've heard somebody tell like a porn joke. I'm like, I want to tell my porn joke tonight. I'm like, I'm gonna do something different. I'll do something different. I'm like, I should have did what I was gonna do. So a lot of times you don't want to do that. Like you don't even do that it's like you don't even do that at basketball tournaments. Anybody that play AAU or plays basketball, if you wait how long, you're not watching all the damn games. You go outside, walk around a little bit, go to the weights, talk to somebody else. Ain't nobody trying to watch every single game.
You do a whole bunch of the shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't listen to, you don't even watch nobody else play. It's like, it's like a fighter. You think fighters sit there and just be like, oh, I'm gonna go sit in the stands and watch this dude fight and then go wrap my hands. Like, no. You know
so it's like, that's a good example too when it comes to like fighting, because it's kind of like, it's almost in the sense like that where if somebody's popping and fighting and they're like, why does so-and-so get to fight so-and-so? People ask those questions.
Mm-hmm.
People, that's those type of questions that people ask in comedy, like, why is so-and-so going after him?
Yeah.
But the other people's like, oh, this is popping. I can't believe this happened. But for boxing purists, they're like, why is Floyd Mayweather fighting a Paul brother?
Right.
What are we doing? But for entertainment value, oh yeah, just crazy. But boxing purists are like, Floyd should be fighting anybody. So for entertainment value, people that want to watch T.I. was like, yeah, that's cool. Put T.I. up, that's cool. But for like etiquette, it's usually not how you would do something. Am I offended by it? Not necessarily. Do I think that Godfrey has like a point? Yeah. And by hearing what he said, he wasn't hating, he's just explaining how things go or whatnot. And I think T.I. has a chip on his shoulder as someone that's that's like, he has a chip on his shoulder as somebody that's new in the game, because he has to hear that all the time. Like, bro, you ain't really a comedian. Bro, you ain't really a comedian. Bro, you ain't really a comedian. He must hear that all the time. And in his mind, he's funny. And I've heard T.I. speak. He's funny. But when you have the marquee up there, you got the marquee and it says so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. And rapper T.I. doing comedy. Like, just like Jeremy Piven from Entourage. Like, those are your credits. You look at other comedian credits, like Godfrey comedian credit to say places he's written for, to say radio shows he's worked for, to show comic, to show Def Jam, to show all these specials that he's been on. And then you got somebody else that's like television show running for 10 years. Oh, I gotta go see Ari Gold tell jokes. Right. So there could be like a little bit of like, I guess, not animosity, not envy, not jealousy, but observational emotion, if you will. I don't want to say anyone's jealous of anybody, but it's like, oh, that's interesting. We all got different paths to get different places. And I think sometimes I be thinking that shit cool, man, to find out that somebody can do that shit, because just because T.I. is a superstar, that don't mean it's easy to get on stage and try to make people laugh. I agree. That shit's still hard. So I'll tip my hat to him. I hope they work it out eventually. I'm not work it out, but I just hope that I hope T.I. stay in the game a little bit longer. So like this all comes full circle. He's like, yo, I know what he was talking about. That's kind of what I hope happens from all this.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. I agree. I think I think you gotta sometimes when you're getting into a new venture, you gotta put your ego aside, man. You know what I mean? You can't be, coming up, like I'm gonna put it in the film terms. You can't be coming up as an actor and then thinking, I'm an actor. Now I'm gonna be a director and I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna be the best director ever. Like, no. You might have to be, you know what I mean? You might have to sit back. You might have to be an AD on a project. You might actually have to be an executive producer first. So just meaning your name is just credited on the project because you happen to have a lot of influence over it. But doesn't mean that you actually directed the film. You can't go in and tell Spike Lee how to direct films. You can't go in and tell Quentin Tarantino how to be better with dialogue. You can't go in and tell, you know what I'm saying? You can't go in and tell any filmmaker how to do that. You're an actor. Just like the same way, a director can't all of a sudden become an actor. I mean, unless you are fucking probably Spike Lee, but no, or Quentin Tarantino. But no, even them, I'm pretty sure they don't go in and be like, yo, I'm the best actor, because they know their place. Know your place. And also be willing to be open. Like one thing I felt like T.I. could have done instead of calling him a hater is, hey man, I'll let us sit down with you, brother, and maybe pick your brain on what's the right way to approach this if you're serious about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you've had TV shows. Yeah, you've been a rapper in the game for years and things like that. But also too, bro, like at the end of the day, you also got a stigma to your name, bro, that you ain't, you ain't always, it's a lot of people who you lost a lot of street cred off some shit, you know what I'm saying? Because you was out here doing commercials for promoting people to tell the police. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, that's real shit. Like, I ain't even trying to be funny, but that's real shit. He got, that lost him street credit. People were like, yo, oh no, T.I. out here telling niggas to tell the police, oh no, about that thing. I mean, I know he had to do that shit for some promotion shit, but it's like, nigga, you losing credit, nigga. Like, take a step back.
But if the option is to do, I don't know, 10 years or to be on 1-800 Crime Stoppers.
I agree with him, but I'm not a street nigga.
But is 1-800 Crime Stoppers, is that snitching?
I mean, yeah, because it's eventually going to the police.
Nah, it's just because it's anonymous.
It's anonymous, but bro, no, you get an award for that, so it's not that anonymous.
Nah.
Yes, you are.
Nah. If you just call, if you call for something that like leads to an arrest, then people will give you an award. But if you call for just tips, like, hey yo, someone's over there selling butt, and you hang up, then that's not snitching, is it?
Yes.
Oh,
you got to live with that. That's like basically saying, okay, listen to me.
If you call Crime Stoppers, say you and Jaquisa, y'all buy your house and y'all chilling, and y'all got a little Dell out there playing in the grass, right? He playing the grass, we having a good time. You call Crime Stoppers like, hey, Rhonda over there selling her pussy again. Who's this? And you hang up. Bye. Hang up.
I'm a snitch. I gotta live. Hold on. Let me ask you this. You say this joke. You be like, yo, I just stopped jacking off 15 minutes ago, or 5 minutes ago, 59 seconds ago, 59 minutes ago, such and such and such and such, right? However, if you go and jack off and nobody know you jacked off, you still know you did it. So did you, or even better, you have these regimens that you go on for 30 days. I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to, and maybe you don't drink in public. Nobody sees you take a drink, but then you go home and just killing vodka every night. Are you an alcoholic?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No, because no.
Did you break your regiment?
No, but hear me. Yes.
Okay, then you snitch.
No,
nobody saw you.
Well, that's why. No, that's the thing. Like, that's why I said I don't know the first question, because of how subjective the label is. Like, a snitch is a societal label. Snitch is slang.
Okay.
So
you are a telltale.
So like, for example, like, that's why they talk about how you
are a whistleblower.
They talk about people being involved in the game, which aren't involved in the game, and snitching this and snitching that, and all these different like rules to it. Breaking a regimen is breaking a regimen. Period. There's no subjectivity in that.
But you can't go around telling people, no, I haven't drank in 30 days. You can't say that now.
Breaking a regimen isn't subjective. It's objective, because it's you did something or you didn't. The word snitch in society is subjective. That's what I'm saying. Like, we watch. Me and you watch a video of 2 hours talking about how with murder homie Loke, whack 100, telling T.I. telling 6ix9ine he's not really a snitch because he's not really in the game.
You're right, and that's what I was gonna say.
So that's what I mean by the word. That's what I mean by the word is subject. I understand your analogy of a regimen, but a regimen is objective. It's black or white. You did this or you didn't. But the word snitch is so subjective that's what I'm saying. Like, is Crime Stoppers really snitching? Because what if it don't lead to nothing? You just call a nigga like, hey, so-and-so selling ice cream without a permit. Is that snitching?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You snitching because and I think it's snitching. If you on the block and you saying, no, we told them, no, I don't involve myself with them, because there's a look at me right here.
If you say that, yeah.
If you in the streets, which T.I., I'm in the streets.
Yeah.
I'm in the streets. The streets love me, right?
Right.
If you on commercials and it's basically you can't even donate to the police fund as a street nigga. You can't help the police at all. You even donate. You can't donate.
These dudes better paying cops off.
But that's different. Those cops work for him.
Yeah.
These cops, if you donate to the cops and I'm helping y'all so y'all can be better at your job. Nigga, you helping them and you on the streets. Who are you trying to stop? So you saying, so you feel like T.I. is a snitch? I don't feel like T.I. is a snitch. What'd you spend 5 minutes talking about then? I ain't about to say T.I. no snitch. But that's I'm not going. But look, listen. That's what I was asking you. Because I don't think. Let me make this clear. I'm gonna get to your point, and I'm gonna make it clear. I don't think T.I. is a snitch because I think he gave that life up a long time ago. Right. So that's all I've been saying, bro. Is that word
is subjective within society. Like some people will be like, I give the police fund money so they can pay for their basketball. I got the niggas in my pocket. Because if they accept money from me and arrest me later, it looks bad on them. If I give a whole bunch of money to the police athletic fund, they arrest we took all this money from him. The same way how people look crazy that accepted hella donation from Bill Cosby. Because you do stuff like that to cover up your own dirt. But my overall point, that's why I'm like, is 1-800-Crime-Stoppers like, is that really snitching, like a 1-800 number? Or the snitching when you go up there like the 6ix9ine and be on there like, Dell did it. Cardi B.
I mean, that's extreme snitching what 6ix9ine did, but I feel like
extreme snitching. It's now it's in the X Games.
There's
like just competitions for snitching now.
That's extreme, and I'm gonna tell you why it's extreme for him. Because he was out here, gang, blood this, block of that, block of that, block, right? And then got on stage and was like, no, but I mean, like, he was the one with the Glocky, and then he was the one with the Blicky, and then he the one who shot Homicide. But I'm saying, for T.I., I don't think T.I. is a snitch because I feel like, okay, I agree with you. I don't think T.I. necessarily was giving up. People are saying, you know what, this is the person who gave up my guns, this is the person who did this, and I don't think that at all. I think he's a solid individual. I'm gonna keep it.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he's a solid individual, but I think you're right. It is subjective, and I think perception-wise, it looks bad on him because people are like, it's like Cole got this verse. I'm gonna bring Cole in. Cole got this verse. Like he said, and then the police swarming, and they knocking on people's door, and I don't say Nathan. You know what I'm saying? Like now if he come back and say, now if somebody heard that verse and be like, you said you don't be saying that to the cops when they come around knocking on doors. But then when somebody knock on his door, like, yo, but like you like he was over there selling rock, and like I just wanted to make sure y'all know that. Then it's like you was snitching, Cole. You can't be saying that because
if the cops came to J. Cole's door and was like, "Yo, we heard there was disturbance in the neighborhood," and J. Cole was like, "Yeah, I heard some fireworks on the street. Kids, well, I got my kids are trying to sleep. Y'all gotta go check on them." Okay, bet, Mr.
That's
Cole,
not snitching though.
We go check on it for you.
That's not snitching.
Your point, you said when the police come and knock on the door, I say Nathan. That's what I'm saying. It's subjective. The whole snitching word is subjective because if snitching was only one thing, half niggas would be dead, and then nobody would be in jail because there would be different rules.
Man, you know what, man? Fuck this argument, man. You know what? I don't know. I ain't in the streets. You know what? Tell you right now. Y'all do something to me. I'm telling the police.
You're the one that brought this up.
Telling the police now. Don't do shit to me. Don't do shit to me.
You're the one that was like,
harm me.
What? You know what? It's really bad for T.I. because he made that commercial.
I said no. It looked bad. He lost street cred because of that. I didn't say. I'm talking about like he lost street cred. Like he didn't lose cred with me. I still bump his music. Rubber Band Man. I still be. I'll be rapping up to that. But like I'm just saying. I'm saying in the sense of street cred wise, some people are like, oh, fuck with T.I. You know, Pookie, Big Earl. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Them niggas, Big Earl,
Tiny Tim.
That shit crazy. Listen, man, I'm assuming that your track of the week is from J. Cole and T.I.
No, actually, no, it's not. It's not. I wish, but no, it's not. Because you've been hating on me. Now I got to go out and find all these new artists. I got to go ahead and do all this.
You got to go for so much work as a hip hop.
So much work. Nah. Actually, man, I'm about to give it up to this future GOAT, bro. Your man's, your dude, man, your brother, man, from another, your Haitian brother, Kodak Black, man, Usain Boo. Nah, for real, man. You know, made me think a lot about him getting taken out. I'm not good taken out, but you know, taking a bullet on All-Star Weekend.
And how Black died?
No. I'm just saying he took a bullet, but you know, bouncing back, bro. Still doing hella media shit, hanging out with Drake. I think he deserves some props, bro. Like honestly, and I think even taking that shot, I think